I'm Matt Bishar with REIT.com here in La Quinta, California for REITWise 2013, NAREIT's Law, Accounting, and Finance Conference. I'm joined today by Bob O'Brien, Vice Chairman and Global and U.S. REIT Leader with Deloitte. Bob, thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me. It's great to be down here.
Are you seeing U.S. REITs now looking overseas more for investments? And if so, what might be driving that?
Well, it's interesting. You know, before the downturn in 2008, we saw a number of REITs looking overseas, particularly in emerging markets, really trying to drive growth and, in some extent, diversification. That came to almost a complete stop, as you might imagine, in 2008, 2009. But we have begun to see, again, REITs looking overseas for growth, looking for opportunities. So yes, we are seeing it.
And what are some of the operational complexities that you're seeing with REITs that do choose to invest overseas, and how are REITs responding?
Well, there is complexity to it, as you might imagine. You know, different business customs, different laws and regulations. It is really important to have people locally who understand that, and so oftentimes what we're seeing are REITs forming joint ventures overseas with a local player in that market rather than trying to do it on their own.
And REIT regimes are increasingly being adopted across the world. We seem to hear about different countries all the time. What's your perspective on this global trend?
Well, I think it's exciting, right? I think in the U.S. we saw how valuable public access to public capital was in the downturn and coming out of the downturn, and even over the past couple of years. And so, as a way of capitalizing the real estate industry, it's been very effective here and in other places where regimes have been in place for a few years. So we are seeing, countries like Ireland and Mexico and Spain now either adopting REIT regimes or having REIT regimes rapidly grow because of the popularity of the concept.
And is there any country that's sort of hanging out there that could be a real game changer globally?
Well, I think we've seen Brazil be that way over the past several years. I think Mexico's interesting, right? The big issue down there has been drug violence, but the economy has been strong. They have a new REIT regime. We see investors increasingly interested in going into Mexico. Overseas, China and India both have been challenging. We've worked with a lot of clients, and the nice thing is we have people on the ground there to help, but those have both been challenging. Some of the other Asian countries, Vietnam, for example, present some interesting opportunities.
Bob, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, great. Thank you.
For more on this and other REIT news and analysis, be sure to visit REIT.com.